Most people don't regret their tattoos because it's bad. They regret them because they tried to fix it and made it worse. And this happens a lot more often than a lot of people even realize. Fixing a tattoo is a lot harder than doing it the first time. The biggest misunderstanding I've witnessed is that a lot of people just think fixing a tattoo is just a matter of touching it up or touching up a bad tattoo. But then if the design is bad or the structure is off, no amount of touching up can fix that. It's like you're making a bad foundation darker. Another mistake that people do is going back to the same artist. This one is uncomfortable, but it's real. People tend to go back to the same artist who created the first mess, hoping it will somehow improve from there. But then assuming that the artist didn't have the skill the first time, nothing would suggest that there'd be an improvement the second time. Unless you can actually see the improvement in that tattoo artist's work. Let's say you go 1 year, then you keep following them, and then you see their work improving. There's exceptions to these things, but I'm just talking in general from my own personal observations. Another, trying to go cheap again is also another. And I do understand that sometimes tattoos are not cheap, but then if you go cheap the first time and then when you try to go and fix it up, you want to go cheap again, it's like doubling down on the same mistake, and then you end up layering mistake on top of mistake. Another point is not understanding the limitations. Like I said before, people don't really understand that you can't just erase a tattoo by putting some new ink on top of it. When you fix it, you're working with what's already there. So if it's dark, heavy, or poorly designed, your options are already significantly limited. Another point would be trying to force the same idea. I think it's another big one. It's only natural that people get attached to the original idea. So when trying to fix it, they are not really interested in changing the idea or the concept. But then a lot of times the idea itself need to also evolve for you to end up with something decent. And if you're not willing to evolve it, you're going to be stuck with something that may not be as impressive as what you could have ended up with. Rushing the fix is also another point. Then you might end up with the same mistake for a second time. Sometimes I've seen clients panic after they get a tattoo that they don't really like, and then they want to rush into, like covering it up without doing any research into how cover-ups even work, or like how fixing tattoos even works. Someone would reach out like a day or two after getting a tattoo that they're not happy with and see when they can book for a fix-up with you, and I feel like that's how you end up making a permanent problem worse. Another point is not going bigger, because a lot of times in these situations, people don't necessarily want to, they had already committed to a certain size of tattoo in a certain area of the body. So they're not really open to changing the position or like expanding on the size. But then usually a really good fix is going to be much bigger than the original. So you can really mask what was already there in a way that's still going to be aesthetically pleasing. I'll be honest, some tattoos cannot be fixed the way people expect. They can be improved, but not completely transformed without serious work or even laser in some instances. Then I think my advice would be what you should do instead. If you don't like your tattoo, don't rush to fix it. Accept it might be bigger than the original design. Try to find someone who actually specializes in fixing tattoos and maybe see the kind of work that they've done on tattoos that are similar to what you have in terms of size. And you also need to be happy with the result that the people you find in your research had. A bad tattoo isn't the worst thing that can happen, but a bad fix, that's where things get permanent. Fixing a tattoo is usually not about saving what you had. It's about being honest about what needs to change. And with that, I think we can end this video. And until next time, spread positivity, and much love to all of you. Thanks for watching up until this far. And if you've gained any value from any of this, just leave me a comment in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ciao.